Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Mr. Marty. Oh my goodness, I'm doing that there southern accent. So, I got this idea to do this video, The Many Voices of Mr. Marty, because one of my coworkers, Scott, he said to me, he's like, because we joke around at work all the time, and I'm always doing voices, I'm always doing imitations, and he's like, so how many personalities do you have in there? You know, kind of like multiple personalities. Okay, for the record, I have no multiple personalities. I have some quote issues, but I think the issues are always good issues. I'm just crazy. I'm zany. I'm kind of theatrical. I like to perform for people. I like to make people laugh, which makes me perfect for the infant room. Makes me absolutely perfect. Oh, and Mr. Marty's wearing his pink shirt. The babies love the pink shirt. I'm hoping Bright Horizons will let me wear pink. I love pink. I bought a bunch of pink shoelaces. So anyways, so let's get to the many voices of Mr. Marty. So from the time I was a kid, I had this gift, this ability that apparently not a whole lot of people have, because everybody always says to me, how do you do that? And I'm like, I don't know how I do it. I just do it. I listen. I have this, my ear picks up on the cadence of your speech, accents, and things of this nature, and somehow I'm able to replicate them. I'm not able to replicate all accents. Some accents I have a problem with. Asian accents, a little bit of a problem. I have a little bit of a problem doing Hispanic accents, but other accents, Germans, Russians, I do those with ease. And then regional accents within the United States, I do those pretty well. So let's start off with the United States. Okay, we're gonna do a tour of the many voices of Mr. Marty. So here goes. Sorry, I got a little bit of phlegm in my chest today. So we're gonna start off with Texas. Now you go down Texas, everything's big down in Texas, son. I mean, we're in Texas, boys. And then you travel from Texas to Tennessee. Tennessee accents are a little bit higher. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tennessee. This here's Tennessee. I'm up there in North Carolina, kind of like that. And so it's a little bit higher in the Tennessee versus Texas. And by the way, you're out there probably saying, well, your accents aren't that good. Well, okay, I'm sorry. It's the best I can do, so... So all the critics, don't spam me. Mr. Marty does his best and whatnot. So then we travel up to the East Coast, like Philly, New York. Sure, hey, Vinny, what's up with this guy? He doesn't like Philly, doesn't like New York. I don't understand that. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying, buddy? I'm from New York. Okay, then you go from New York. You go a little bit north of that, and you get to Boston, up to Harvard. Did you park the car? Going to the park? There's actually a funny scene in a Sandra Bullock movie where Sandra Bullock's at this dinner table, and this guy who has one of those accents, he's like, are you or are you not a knock? And she's like, what? Are you a knock? She's like, I don't understand what you're saying. He's like, a knock. I like a cop, a knock. And she's like, oh, a narc, like an undercover cop, a narc. And he's like, yeah, well, you don't speak English? So the Boston, the Harvard, the knock, by the car, the park. Then you get up even higher to like New Hampshire. New Hampshire's kind of like this. Hey, up in New Hampshire way, we got a saying, can't go milking the cow unless the barn door be closed. So New Hampshire's kind of like that. And then we jump over Michigan, Chicago, Minnesota, the upper Midwest. I lived in the Twin Cities for a while. So Minnesota's sort of like this. Hey, you guys going to Minneapolis? Grandma Olson always made that there hot dish, Well, I was telling those... Oh, you betcha. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you betcha. Those guys going down to Minneapolis or Chicago, the Bears, the Chicago Bears... Now, if you jump over to the West Coast, I'm sorry, but West Coast doesn't have an accent. Seattle, Portland, Phoenix, Salt Lake, there's really no accent there. So some of Mr. Marty's other accents are then foreign. So we go to the German tourists and excuse me, I'm from Germany. What are you talking about? You want me to pay more money? I'm sorry, my friend. I left my visa in my hotel room. I don't have any money. So you can do the German accent. And one of my favorites is the Russian. Comrade, if you do not sign paper, I am going to call Comrade Stalin, and he is not going to be very happy. So listen, Comrade Stalin, he said, you must come to Moscow. Moscow, Leningrad. Listen, this is Russian. I am a Russian. You go to Moscow. So those are my Russian accents, and then you got the UK, which I've kind of given my golden retriever puppet, Mr. Snuggles. Maybe you've seen him in some of the videos. I've given him kind of a Cockney British accent, which is sort of lower, kind of a lower class accent. Sort of like, right, Mr. Marty, I'm not Mr. Marty, Mr. Trump called me the other day, and he didn't like my videos. So the Cockney accent's kind of lower, and the Brits are their ears are very well trained for your accent, because the Cockney kind of means you're like lower class, and then oh dear, I'm not sure, but I was educated at Easton and Oxford. The upper class British accents are much more refined. They're not like the Cockney accent's one. And then one of my favorites, in fact, my coworker says I do a really good Irish guy. Top of the morning, Seamus. Listen, are you from Dublin? Are you from Belfast? Listen, lad, you can't be going around talking about like this anymore. Gonna have to talk to Seamus. Oh my goodness, it's the luck of the Irish. The little leprechaun, you rub his little head and it's good luckin'. And so I've been told I do a really good Irish accent, and in all these accents, the whole objective is to just have fun and kind of make people laugh, and I get a feeling the babies are just gonna are absolutely gonna love my accent. I'm totally in the infant room. Oh, Mr. Marty, I want my bottle right now. I want a bottle, Mr. Marty. Are you going to feed me a bottle? And so I think the babies are gonna love my accent, and I'm just goofy. I love to have fun. I love to joke around, and I love to make people laugh and entertain people, and voices and accents are one way of doing that. And then I can mimic some celebrities. I haven't really been able to do a Trump yet. I haven't watched. Honestly, I really haven't watched the guy that much, so I haven't really heard that much of Trump. But I did watch a lot of Seinfeld episodes, so I've got Jerry Seinfeld down pretty good. What's up with that? George? Elaine? I don't know. You guys gonna go to the movies? I don't know. What's Kramer gonna do? What's up with that? So Jerry Seinfeld has kind of that cadence to his speech that again my ear kind of picks up on, and then I'm able to mimic. And then I can do someone from India or the Pakistan region, the Indian Pakistan region, and maybe somebody's working in a store. Listen, you're not going to be coming back into my store like this. Listen, when I was in Bombay and Calcutta, I did not have to deal with all of these things that I do in America. Oh my goodness gracious! No, so I can kind of do that guy, the guy from India or Pakistan, and the thing is, it's like this with any kind of humor. You have to kind of be careful, because sometimes people get offended and they're like, well, that was kind of offensive that you're mimicking that guy, and it's like no one's trying to hurt someone here. I'm not trying to offend. I just, certain accents just kind of sound funny, and it's just I remember a funny story. I lived in Tennessee for a while. I was 17 when I moved to Tennessee for the first time, and I remember this girl came to our house, and she said, "Hey, can I borrow your horn?" And I said, I'm sorry, what are you saying? Can I borrow your yarn? And I said, what? I'm sorry, I just came from Phoenix. I'm 17. I'm a kid, and I can't understand a word. This born and bred Tennessean from the mountains. We were living in East Tennessee, outside of Johnson City, and I couldn't understand a word she was saying. And then we finally she starts doing like sign language. She's like, well, your yarn, like your yarn your clothes with. I want to borrow your yarn. And I said, oh, you want to borrow our iron to iron your clothes? And she said, yeah, where are you from? And I explained to her I was from a place that we didn't talk like that, and I had trouble kind of understanding what she meant. And so the accents are just kind of funny, and it's not, I'm not trying to, denigrate anyone or anything else like that. I'm just trying to make people laugh and giggle, which is what I want to do in the infant room. I want to make the babies laugh and giggle, and I want to wear the pink shirt because I think babies love the pink shirt, and I love the pink shirt. So, I want to wear the pink shirt. Mr. Marty is 57, and he likes to wear pink, and he's done with all that, posing and pretending to be someone you're really not. This is who I am. I like to wear pink. I like to do voices. I like to make people laugh and giggle and smile. And I love babies. And I wanna be with them all day in the infant room. So, just another video of Mr. Marty with all of his voices, all them there voices he does. Mr. Marty's telling you to come out there and have a fantastic day. Go out there and make this the most positive day you've ever had. That's what Granny used to say. She used to say, don't be getting in my still and make this a fantastic day. So anyways, you guys have a great day. It's Friday. Oh my goodness gracious. It's Friday. And it is 12 more days until I'm in Salt Lake. We're starting my new career with Bright Horizons. I can't wait. Have an awesome day, folks. Bye-bye.